just follow the tube.
It'll take 5 people and $10,000 over an hour.
How are you doing? Awesome. The nice thing about that particular configuration is if you look at it, it's the exact configuration, less dual engine Centaur, that we will fly for CST 100. So on the 26th of this month, the spacecraft will roll out. Typically 2 days before, okay? So anyhow, the way our integrated stack works is obviously we've got several major components. So obviously we're going to do this is it's all being done offline. So we're going to build all the major segments.
Pause here to talk a little more.
20 by 20 by 28 foot tall tiers, and then we'll bring those tiers out and start stacking them. Those tiers have the stairwell, the elevator shaft, all the cable chases. We're going to use that same technology down in the landing zone. So when the baskets get down the landing zone, they will be at a fixed height. So regardless of how much weight comes out, the baskets will stay at that height and not go up. So we'll have a much like shuttle. It'll be a fully tanked vehicle. It's going to be a very small group of people, probably 13, 14 people tops. Okay. So anyhow, the way our integrated stack works is obviously we've got several major components. So obviously,
hey, welcome and thank you guys for joining us today. It's a wonderful day out here at the Kennedy Space Center. First, I'd like to introduce the guests that we have here joining us, all of our teammates. First is John Elbon, Vice President, General Manager of the Space Exploration Division for Boeing. The second is Jim Sponek, Vice President for the Atlas and Delta programs at ULA. Kathy Leaders, who's the NASA Commercial Crew Program Manager. Bob Cabana, the Center Director at the Kennedy Space Center. Colonel Sean Fairhurst, who's the Vice Commander of the 45th Space Wing. Jim Kuzma, who's the Chief Operating Officer of Space Florida. Linda Weatherman, who's the President and Chief Operating Officer for the Economic Development Council of the Space Coast. So thank you guys very much for joining us today. I'd like to thank Howard for a wonderful tour of the construction progress here at LC-41. It really is unique the way that ULA is conducting all of the pad modifications here in the middle of one of the busiest manifests at any pad at the Kennedy Space Center. So thank you, Howard. The Atlas V, with its unrivaled technical and schedule reliability, is the obvious choice for a commercial crew launch vehicle. Right now we've had 52 successful launches, 100% mission success, and we're really excited that Flight 73 is going to have a CST 100 capsule on it. So thank you very much. Truly is an integrated effort here with all of our teammates and partners, and we want to thank them for all the progress that we've made and for the work that's in front of us on this historic journey. So thank you guys very much. I'd like to introduce Jim Sponek to say a few words.
Thank you, John. And on behalf of United Launch Alliance, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today is actually a very important date in space history. It was 53 years ago today that John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth, launching on an Atlas rocket just a few miles from here. And I tell you, we are thrilled to be collaborating with the Boeing Company and with NASA to be continuing that legacy and to be returning America to launching astronauts to the space station. As John indicated, we have a terrific plan to be building this crew access tower. It's over the next 18 months. In that same time frame, we'll be launching a dozen missions. And we've got a great plan that's going to accommodate the production of that crew access tower and the crew platform to access the CST 100 to enable these critical launches. Thank you all for being here today.
All right, and Bob Cabana.
Thanks, John. I debated whether or not I'd wear my NASA flight jacket out here. I thought maybe I could wangle my way onto the test flight with Fergie, but I decided,
We could work that.
Today is an historic event. It's just one more piece of tangible. it's just one more piece of tangible evidence of the progress that we're making here at KSC, moving into the future, transitioning to what we're going to be, and that's that multi-user spaceport for government and commercial operations to and from low Earth orbit and beyond. This is an historic pad. It's launched a number of NASA scientific missions, Voyager, Pluto New Horizons, the Curiosity rover on Mars, and now it's going to launch an even more valuable, precious piece of cargo, and that's NASA astronauts to the International Space Station. I couldn't be more pleased with the partnerships that we have and the progress that we're making. It was pointed out in our discussions earlier, pretty soon we hope to have 3 pads here at KSC launching humans to space, 41 with the Atlas CST-100, 39A with the Falcon 9 and the Dragon Rider, and 39B with Orion on the SLS. And that's a pretty amazing future that we got coming. So we're going to continue to explore, we're going to continue to move forward, we're going to continue to be commercially friendly, enabling commercial operations, and I can't wait to see this tower erected and an Atlas V up there with a CST-100 headed off to the International Space Station. Thanks. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's do it.
Outstanding.
All right. John?